Previously on Survivor Boston, 15 new players began the adventure of a lifetime. However, they were soon joined by 3 returning players, all getting another shot at redemption. On Eord, everybody seemed to be getting along, while on Mete, tensions were already running high.
She kept saying she was dumb, and if you keep saying you're dumb, you start to believe that. Like, I get it, maybe that's her strategy to make people think that, but like, I don't know. Wasn't my thing at the beginning.
At the Immunity Challenge, Lacu suffered the first defeat of the season. While all fingers seemed to be pointed at Nick, Joe had other plans when Kenzi began reminding him of Season 2 winner Isabella.
It says, short and extremely suspicious. Yeah. So, yeah, that, you know who that reminds me of? That just reminds me of Isabella.
Resulting in the first blindside of the season.
Kenzi, did you bring your buff?
17 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
I'm very happy Kenzi's gone. I can tell you that. Because I was like, she was gonna be so much like Isabella. I just had a gut feeling. I was like, finally, I can get someone like that out. I have the power to do so, and people are listening to me.
So we're over here at a coffee shop right now, and Nick has.
I'm still in the game.
He's still in the game.
We just did our
Still in the game.
We just did our first tribal, and it was the worst weekend of my life.
Yeah,
We're taking shots.
I mean, I thought it was
shots.
fun.
Espresso shots.
I put my faith in my alliance. It worked out. I trust them for now. So that's like a good position for me to be in. I felt bad for Bram, definitely, because he had no idea what we were gonna do, and I kind of lied directly to his face about it and said that we would vote off Nick. I don't want people to think that I'm fake and that they can't trust me, and I didn't plan on being sneaky this early on, but here we are.
We're just enjoying ourselves, trying to
Having a ball.
say that with more enthusiasm. So yeah,
a ball.
a ball. There we go.
Yeah, so that was really interesting. I was kind of thrown out of the loop. I was like taken back by it. I was like, whoa, that was really weird, because I was just thinking, you know, we're going on one way, and then it took a left turn in my mind. I was caught off guard. I wasn't mad. I was just like, really, guys?
See you guys on Friday.
Yo, catch me on Tinder. Golden Nick.
They voted Kenzi off out of speculation that she was similar to someone else in Season 2. To me, that doesn't seem very fair. I mean, I don't think you can really talk about fairness when it comes to this game. Joe has a lot of influence over some of these people and how they vote. For me, it puts Joe in a very, I don't know, kind of snaky position.
After that tribal, let's go through these next challenges. Let's go through the next challenge with the mindset of being united.
Yes.
We are still one, and
Successful.
we
Yeah.
lost one. We lost early, but you know what that means?
We can only go up.
We can only go up.
There we go. There we go. I like
Positive.
it. I like
Only
it.
go up.
Stop. We lost
With
the
Hannah.
battle, but we didn't lose the war.
There we go. That's even better. I like it.
Exactly.
We can do it.
We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back ready to
Because
play
the
hard.
reality is, we need each other.
Yes.
Yes, guys.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool
Signing
beans
off.
like-
Can I get
Hate to see her go, but love to watch her leave.
No, I don't think I think it would have been fun to play against her. I wouldn't really, you know, take advantage of anything. I don't know how I would. If anything, I think it would have been dangerous because like we're always like together and we're so close and like I don't know. I think it would have been a cool dynamic, but rip.
What's up, Survivor?
Hey guys. Reppin' Mete.
Are you guys both on Mete?
Yeah. You're on Eord, right?
They're both snakes and they're gonna lose. They're gonna fall and crumble in this game. Yeah.
Listen here. Eord is going down, bitch.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I was on Survivor Boston Season 2 camera crew, so I know a lot of the backstory and like the behind the scenes and a lot of the drama and stuff, and the winner of Season 3, or Season 2. Sorry, Season 2. So like I'm trying to keep that secret. Every time like Survivor comes up, I don't even to people who like aren't playing the game, I don't mention crew at all. So yeah, I don't know if that's actually gonna help me out, but we'll see.
Sup, Survivor fam? Stefan here. Just doing a few laps, getting a few laps in before the big challenge of the night. Apparently, it's not a physical challenge, but you can never have too many laps in. There's ice everywhere. My hands hurt. I'm ready to fucking win it though. I'm coming to get you. Other tribes I don't know the names of. So yeah, watch out.
Hello Survivor Boston fans, how you doing? So before we get to this next immunity challenge, there's just a couple things you have to know. The night that we were filming that challenge, it was freezing, like beyond freezing. So a lot of the footage for anyone who was shooting on any sort of phones ended up basically getting deleted the second their phones died, which is just drastically unfortunate because it really narrowed out our camera options towards the end to literally just one camera. So the challenge isn't as up to the normal standards that Survivor Boston, I feel like, has set throughout the other episodes of the series so far. So just a couple things to set forward in this challenge, that there were clues hidden for each tribe to the hidden immunity idol at this challenge. If anybody found any of these clues, they will bring them up after the challenge. So that is literally all you need to know. If you still want to watch the challenge, it will pop up. But you might not be missing that much just due to the fact that we weren't able to keep the footage that we actually shot. So I love you guys. You're great.
It's too cold. It's too cold.
Alright. Are we ready to get to today's
Can I get a light on the middle?
Yeah! Yeah! Woo! First,
wait, immunity challenge?
Alright, once again, immunity is back up for grabs.
Bring it back.
Today's challenge. Your goal is to get from one side of the tennis court to the other side of the tennis court. However, you cannot touch the ground. You'll be using the basket and the court provided to you to step on for you guys to get across. If throughout this somebody touches the ground, that person has to go back to the start. First five, the first tribe to get everyone across wins immunity. The second tribe to get everyone across also wins immunity.
Alright. For immunity, Survivors ready!
Oh my god! That's not gonna be fun! Hello?
This is gonna be a problem.
Ready! Go! Mete going really quick out of the gate. Taking their time. Strategy to fail.
They're ripping the car.
Careful on your heels, careful on your heels. It's definitely really close to the ground.
Yo, my car was dumb small.
No, give it to him. No, you stuff. Yeah, you guys are doing more straight.
I can jump, don't worry. Oh no, wait, what?
Are we allowed to get this? Can someone get down, please? I need help!
You got it.
Next push goes there.
Let me get them over here.
Don't get there, okay? Then they'll catch it. Okay? And then wait, take the basket, go on the other end.
You can do that. Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Alright guys,
Anything to get you to the ice side.
Jake, you got that? Yeah, how about that?
Eord slowly moving along.
Sarah, go! Sarah, go! Sarah, go! Literally go! Keep going!
You cannot move that cardboard that far out.
Throw it to Joe. Throw it to Joe. Throw it to Joe. Throw it to Joe. We got it. Joe.
There you go.
Go, Joe!
Can I touch that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, you're gonna be drunk. Oh.
I would say no, so.
Got it, got it.
Please, God. Across the white line?
Yeah.
Doing like
Yes,
this?
yes, you got it. You got it.
Stefan!
Come on, Brandon. You got it, Brandon.
Brandon, someone block you down. Good job, good goal. What?
Come on, baby!
That shit was not fighting.
Come on.
Are we done?
Eord! Wait, all 5 of you here? Yeah. Awesome. Eord wins immunity.
We won. Yes, we won.
Who is this, John and Christine? Here. Come down to the wire here. Bram has a biscuit. This will be a race to the finish. Go!
Let's go.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Bram is almost across. Yeah! Yeah! I don't feel my feet. Yeah!
You guys, it's over. It's over. We lost.
Come get immunity. Save at tonight's tribal council.
That's a little birdie.
Yeah! Also save at tonight's tribal council.
Oh, she's beautiful.
That's it. We wish you could give you guys better news. Tribal council this Sunday, where one of you will be the second person to win this game. Think about it. Other than that, you guys can all get back.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I was like, no, well, I mean, all right, just don't get hurt. Yeah.
Just run.
We're like, that was crazy. Speed walking, yeah.
The dynamic on Eord right now is, for the most part, good because we've all mentioned that we are a team first and individuals second, because it's like, it's not the merge yet. We're still like big groups, like we're not one man for each other, for himself yet.
A lot of like the team, like Roz and like Brandon, they're like, oh my god, I love you guys, like we're such a good team, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, like we won, but like I don't love you guys yet. Like I'm just, you know, it takes me a while to fall in love with people, you know, or like be like, you know, become really close to them. the fact that we won the challenge isn't gonna make me like think, oh, we're winning every single challenge after this. Like, you know, it's a good indicator, but I don't know. I think we work well as a team. We have good teamwork, but like, you know, I'm not gonna let that get the best of me.
So we won our second.
So we won.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't hear us. We won our second challenge in a row. You wanna see our child?
Got it. There he is. That's Albert.
Maybe it was just because of the win or something, but we are sticking like a strong pack of wolves. Like, it's been really fun just being loyal on one another so far and just like depending, but with the talk of the whole idols thing, it might be under my nose that one of them has the idol.
Okay, people, so we just won our second challenge, and I'm super excited. Yes, because we won, but because your boy also found a clue during the challenge. I noticed at the bottom of one of the pieces of cardboard, there was a piece of paper taped to the bottom of the cardboard. And I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking clue. You have found a clue. 4 levels up, behind a display, think 5 rooms if you want to stay. Well, I don't know what that means. It was like 4th floor. It was talking 4 floors up, and then it said something about 5 rooms. And so I said to myself, well, it's on the 4th floor or something. So I went and I searched. So I've been searching a lot, and unlike the last time, I had a lot of luck because I found the immunity idol behind this TV. I have it right here. It's like a little medallion thing. I have this with me. So I found the immunity idol on my own. They have no idea that I have it. It feels really good to have the idol. It just makes me feel like I'm doing really well in this game, you know, like, you know, if we were to rank the players, like, statistically, I'm doing the best right now. So it makes me really happy. Yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm thebomb.com, but, I'm thebomb.com.
Oh, Joe's never won a challenge until now.
Yeah! Let's go. We won, and I won my first challenge, so that was a lot of fun. Felt kind of nice, dude. I mean, I actually get to sit down this weekend and do nothing. I felt like ESPN or some kind of NBC reporter is gonna run to me. I was like, Joseph Johnson, you just won your first immunity challenge in Survivor. What are you gonna do next? I'm like, I'm going to Disney World. Like, I was expecting something like that. That's how like pumped up I was, you know.
And this is Nick. It's rapping away, and I can't keep the beats. I can't freestyle worth a shit. Oh!
I'm really glad we didn't lose. We were like really close to lose that time. If we fail as a team. I cannot blame like one person for failing. So saying like, picking for example like Bram or Joe or Hannah or Molly, it'd be like difficult task, it'd be like challenging, you know? So I would just say Bram because he voted for me, so that's all.
Hey, what?
There's a Donald Duck!
Yeah.
Went wrong. Yeah. In this challenge, we just have to. I'm sorry for like maybe it's me who wants to go, but whoever goes, sorry. But like, you have to like not look at the past challenge.
Yeah, we have to move forward.
Yeah. Like, what can we do differently next week if we?
What can we do different?
It's actually kind of funny. Beforehand, I remember saying to my roommate, just like, I feel like I just have a bad feeling about this challenge. Like, I just feel like it's not going to go that well. And before it, I thought that our team's like strongest kind of asset was communication, but I just kind of watched that whole idea kind of fall around as soon as we started doing it.
We don't need to put all of our eggs in one basket.
Or all of our Christines in 2 baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think
I left to keep.
I don't think that putting me in the 2 baskets wouldn't be slower though. I think.
And I feel kind of bad for Moses because Moses just went back to his suite after the challenge ended, and now I think that reflects kind of negatively on that. The way that everyone's been talking lately is that everyone like is very against Moses right now because of that.
Well, honestly, that was him. I didn't say anything! I was like, peace on earth! Good luck to men and women!
I also tried to fight Nick in the DH.
Nick's stirring the pot. I'll know where you live. Give me a high five.
We know where I live?
Yes.
It's because we all live here. We all
On North? Yes.
Emerson College.
What are they doing?
I'm just trying to eat
It's just weird as
dinner.
shit. I don't know.
That probably wasn't the best move, murder, but gotta be bold on Survivor Boston, so.
I did kind of prepare.
So my deal was I shared the clue. It was on the bottom of our cardboard, but I actually took it. I took it at the end of the challenge after we lost, and then at the DH shared it with everybody who was there. There is a point where I did talk about looking for the immunity idol by myself because they wanted to look as a tribe, and I was like, I think that's dumb because what, you're gonna share the immunity idol? Like, no. I like was straightforward with them and was like, I think I'm just gonna look for it by myself. Like, I'm sorry.
I was like, hey, I worked for you. And they did not bite.
Are you sure? No, I'm done eating.
So Christine said she was going home at dinner, right? So we were like, she's not going home, she's going to look for the idol, we know it.
Christine's just too intense. Christine, not even intense, she's just playing dumb. We had gotten a clue, and so we were talking about it. We were like, all right, like, how are we gonna do this? Are we gonna go together? And she was like, quite frankly, I'm not, like, I don't want to go with you guys. I'm going alone. Like, now that we're going to tribal, like, I'm playing independently, and I need that immunity idol for myself. I'm like, how fucking dumb, like you. That night afterwards, we scouted, like, there were 3 baseball fields in the common, and we searched under the bleachers of every single one. I literally found a package under, under a bleacher. I was, like, pretty sure it was probably anthrax or something, but I opened it. It was, like, gold, like, this is 300 gold things, and I was like, no. I was like, stupid. It could have been real money for all I know, but it wasn't an immunity idol, so I didn't care. And it wasn't anthrax, so that's a plus.
Why is it winter?
I shared it with everybody, but then everybody got mad at me because I said that I wanted to look for it by myself. Because everybody wanted to look for it as a group, and I was like, just personally, no, I gave you the clue, you do whatever you want with the clue. I just feel like if we all find the immunity idol together, there's no purpose of it if if we're sharing it. The clue was literally like screaming the bleachers of the baseball field, or the baseball field in general. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. The immunity idol lays where there is no fame, the crowd. An arena surrounded by the loud, the crowd makes the loud. And looking high won't get you anywhere, which means it would be on the ground. Unless loud means weed and high means high. I checked the baseball field number 1, the baseball field number 2, Piano Rose Gym, the graveyard, and some random park in Beacon Hill. It wasn't there. Someone has it, and it's not me.
I feel relatively safe in terms of being voted out at this point, but that definitely could be a barrier that comes up if people need to find a reason to vote someone out in tribal. It's more just how I've seen everything so far. I've just been kind of, I'm just sitting back, I'm just hanging out and just watching how everything's going. I'm most concerned right now with the tribe. I think we're all tight, we're all in a really good dynamic right now, so as long as we can keep that, and the longer we can keep that, the better off we are, because I think we're tight enough at this point so that no one's going to flip on us without us seeing that a mile away.
All I know is in my confessional...
The Muppet Alliance.
The Muppet.
Once I'd known that I had close friends like Tony and Hannah that would be on, we thought it would be wise to have the strategy of working together with someone we already knew so we could know how much we could trust them, we could know someone's strengths and weaknesses. And then once we were split up, it became more of a strategy for Tony, Hannah, and I to work together.
If we somehow manage to make it far in the game, this will be the most iconic alliance.
It better be.
Well,
if Tony and Hannah were to still work together and work with me, then I would definitely be willing to work with them. But I've also planned on making other alliances and friendships, because on the off chance that one of them gets eliminated or both of them get eliminated, or they decide to work with someone else, that I need backups because I can't put all my eggs in that one basket.
If no one we know gets it, if no one, like, Moses has no idea where it is, and
he wasn't even there when we opened it.
So if you don't get it, I don't get it, and John or Shelly doesn't get it, then we know Christine probably did. And then if we have any suspicion, like legitimate suspicion that Christine, then we vote for Moses. We have to vote for Moses, because if we all vote for Christine and then she uses the immunity idol, then whoever Christine voted against will be going home, like assuming Moses votes with us.
Okay, so I trust Tony the most, because we established an alliance like the first day, and then we brought in Shelly and John because we know that they're kind of working together, and we trust them as people and as players. So we have a little alliance that we call the Forrest Gump, which is fun.
Someone's going home. I hope it's not me. I feel like Tony and Hannah have more connections with other tribes. So I feel if I'm good like with them leading up to the merge, then I'll be good with more people. The intro should be all of us crying.
It's gonna happen.
Okay, wait, can we talk about my meeting with Christine and then yours with Christine?
Oh, yeah. And then we'll talk about Moses.
Your
It's dangerous keeping Christine here, because she hasn't come to either of us.
Well, neither
Because
of
she was like, oh, I can definitely get John to do whatever I say. Like, do you have that same poll with Tony and Shelly? And I was like, I guess. Like, I'm not the leader of any. Like, she literally was like, I can get him to do whatever I say. And I was like, okay. In terms of who are the targets, it's Moses and Christine. And not only because Christine didn't like relay the strategy, but it's also because once we got the clue underneath the cardboard, we were like, oh, cool, like this is fun. Like, when should we go look? And she was like, I'm in this for myself, you guys. Like, it's an idol. Like, it's just mine. We were like, okay. Because, like, you can think that, obviously. But when you announce it to your tribe that the second we're going to tribal, she's in it for herself, that's a big red flag, you know?
I think we should get rid of Christine, but I think Christine is more of a wild card.
Yeah.
So, and I think Moses we could just get rid of easily. Moses, I'm not sure, like, he could be a strong competitor. He hasn't been so far.
He hasn't done anything. Moses is up for it, too, because, to be honest, in the first challenge, like, when he was knocking down the cups with Christine, she knocked down all the cups. He didn't really do anything. And he's supposed to be our returner who, like, tells us, like, the insight, like, what we need to know, but he's not really giving us any new information. He didn't really contribute to the second challenge either. And afterwards, he just dipped, and he hasn't met up with any of us. Like, he's said nothing to any of us.
Well, she hasn't played it because she thinks she's, like, playing the game and, like, running it. And
I don't know if she's really...
She's not.
I think she's
not,
cornered.
though.
I think she's trying to run the game because she's cornered. Scared people do scary stuff.
I'm still scared about that idol. If none of us found it, then
Originally, I wanted to vote Hannah out because I think she's my biggest threat. But then I thought about it some more, and then I was like, if it's gonna be me or Hannah, why don't we just work together? Like, why don't me and Hannah work together and just take Moses out completely? I just don't think he's bringing as much as I thought he would. I think my expectations were too high for him. And I think, honestly, he's played the game already. He's had his chance. Bye-bye.
I'm actually the one that's very against taking out Moses in the game. I think Moses is a very strong competitor, and I think if it ever comes a time where we need to race, he's like our solution to that, and he could pick up our whole team in terms of that. People want him gone because right now it seems like Moses is very busy, and people kind of see that as he doesn't care as much the second time around.
What? My culture.
Oh, wow, this is quite the
Mete, welcome to your first tribal council. In this game, your buff represents your life. When you lose your buff, you are out of the game. You lose your buff by me drowning it in water along with your dreams.
Okay.
Tony, you guys lost the last challenge. What happens?
These two have really big feet, and they broke the bucket. But also, we didn't delegate it well enough at the beginning where Hannah and I went together. So we didn't think we should have paired like Moses with me and Hannah with John because it would be like even distribution of like size and proportion.
So Shelly, was there anything you guys could have done specifically better, or something that one person probably could have done better to make sure you guys didn't lose that challenge?
Well, I mean, I think we did the best we could, and I think there's definitely things we could have done, but in the moment, everyone did their best.
So Moses, this is a slight change for you because in your first season, you technically didn't lose any tribal immunity challenges. So how is this game different already from this time compared to the first time you played?
Oh, I think it's different because everybody is different. I think that we have a completely different cast. We have a new team. I'm now loyal to my Season 3 team and not even my Season 1 team anymore. And so when things happen that quick, it's a little different.
You're right, but it is a completely different cast of people.
You know what? He has a point.
So, John, your first tribal council, what do you have to base the vote off of?
Well, right now what I'm thinking of in my head is what we can't base the vote off of, and I think we can't really be thinking about like the past challenges too much and like specific examples during that. And I think we really need to, what we should be judging our like decisions on is more so kind of like character shown like throughout the first 2 weeks, and like how much effort like we feel like each individual player has been putting into the game.
Who does that shine a light on out of this group?
I think that Moses right now hasn't been the best in terms of showing up to things and being the most active player. We're gonna see how that like kind of reflects in tonight's vote.
So Moses, John's basically saying that you're not one of the active members of this tribe, even though you did just say that you're loyal to this group of people. And on top of that, you're the only returning player on this tribe. How do you respond to that?
I respond to it? I don't personally see as a lack of effort on my part. I've had a crazy past few days, but if that's what your judgment is, then that's what your judgment is. But at the same time, you gotta know, if anyone gets in the way of me and my prize, you are gone. I'll leave it at that.
A politician.
So Hannah, big reaction from you right there. Big statement saying, you're in my way, you're in my way.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's the second episode. I mean, I think we're still kind of all in this as a team as of right now. I mean, I hope that's your feeling, like, because I think right now we should be focusing on playing for the team so we don't have to come back here again. As cute as the setup is, I just don't want to come back to this again.
So who feels safe tonight? Raise your hand if you feel 100% safe. Shelly, only one feeling completely safe. Tony feeling safe too. But Shelly, you instantly raise your hand. Why are you feeling completely safe tonight?
Well, I mean, there's a plan and I'm hoping we stick to it. And unless I'm being blindsided tonight, which I really hope I'm not, I feel pretty safe.
Christine, on the other hand, you didn't raise your hand. Why don't you feel safe tonight?
I don't think I'll ever feel safe because I can be blindsided at any point.
So, Tony, moving forward, what does this tribe have to do to prevent you guys from coming back?
Oh, well, I think honestly our last issue with the last competition could be easily solved. We can be more proactive, and then we can think more comprehensively at the beginning of each competition and like foresee any setbacks.
So then what are you basing your vote off of tonight?
I guess a lack of interest or something. I'm really sorry. I'm playing for the future of my own game.
I'm voting for Christine. Heard there was a plot against you. And low-key, I don't have a ton of allies right now. So back there, I'm seeming good, but right now I'm kind of freaking out. So let's see what this does.
Shit. I love you to death, you're a sweet guy, but I'm trying to save myself.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
None of us actually really has it.
Genuinely no.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes.
Oh god, oh god.
First vote, Moses. Moses. 2 votes, Moses. Christine. It's 2 votes, Moses, 1 vote, Christine. Christine. It's 2 votes, Christine, 2 votes, Moses. Christine. 3 votes, Christine, 2 votes, Moses, 1 vote left. Second person voted out as Survivor Boston. Christine. Who needs to bring me your buff? Christine, the tribe has spoken.
Oh no.
Head out for your last reason.
I'm still in, but I feel disgusting.
I feel shock.
If there's one common thought going on right now, it's that none of you want to be back here. Hopefully you made the right decision tonight. Grab your stuff, head on out.
Moses, what's happening?
I'll be here.
Okay, buddy.
I feel so slimy. I've never felt
Like, I
this
literally
slimy.
feel gross.
Oh, my, you know, like this.
Also, can we just think about the fact that I'm her sweet mate?
I feel I did my best and I felt like I was a very strong contender. I was blindsided, but well played, right? Our plan was to vote Moses out, but they successfully got me out instead, so they were playing me the entire time. But I think I did really well. I got most of the cups down the first challenge, and I thought I was a very strong competitor in the second one. But, I mean, what can you do?